I'm an idiot. Wait. He's going away. Now's my opportunity. By my health, I'm missing like 10 health points. Uh-oh. Bad idea. Greetings to all my iconic viewers out there. It is I, Rockotar, back at Lord of the Rings Online for another botched intro and hard mode let's play. What was I doing again in this game? Yes, some difficult quests if I remember correctly. And I never talked to this guy. Working with wood has always been my trade, so I thought to put my hands to the rebuilding of Archet. I had loaded up my tools and set out, when suddenly this mad boar came out of nowhere and overturned my cart. It was all my son Boren and I could do to make it here to Archet, and we had to leave the tools in the wreckage of the cart. If you could head south to the gate that leads to Combe, you might be able to recover my toolbox. I'd really appreciate it. And the folk of Archet are sure to be better for it as well. The sooner I can get started, the sooner this town will be back to the way it was. Watch out for that boar, though. You might be able to get my toolbox without attracting its attention, but you need more luck than I have to manage it. Well, we'll see if this is a possible task or a impossible task. Let's see. I'm forgetting all my button combinations. Shall we see? Why do I feel like there were other quests that I haven't collected? Well, there might be, but whatever. There's the old hard mode guy over there. See ya. Thanks for making my life harder. Then again, I really only have myself to blame for that. Who's this? I look at you, Rakotara, and I see a blank canvas, an uncarved block of wood, an untempered blade, an unread book, any number of things that have potential for greatness, but are still waiting for that potential to be realized. I look around at my home, and I see wreckage. A memory of the comfort that this town once had. It can have that peace and comfort again, Rakotara. If those like you will rise to the challenge, skilled hands must be kept busy if they are to improve in their craft. My brother, Roderick, stands near the craft hall in Combe, south of Archet. From the Combe town centre, take the left path as it climbs up the hill. You'll see my brother part of the way up that hill. Tell him that you wish to learn a crafter's vocation. The towns of Breland can only benefit from the application of your skills. I'm still trying to think about what I'm going to do for a crafting thing. If I even bother at all, honestly. I probably should, though, because, you know, I might get stuck with weak stuff that might need to be replaced with crafted materials. Just fighting a single one of these guys. Man, it's so hard to take down just a single enemy on this difficulty setting. Like, seriously. Finally, a victory. Wouldn't be surprised if I die of my wounds afterwards, though. It's crazy. Just one stinking boar, you know. That's all it takes. Why is my bag's, like, space so wacky? I'd really need to fix that. There, perfect, more or less. No, don't approach me, please. I'm not quite ready for that. Just give me a moment. I need to catch my breath and to not be poisoned, which I can kind of tell from the effect around me. How long does this last? 40 seconds? That's ridiculous. Is there any way I can cure that instantly? You know, I know this game has a bunch of, like, potions that, like, heal you and stuff, but I never use them normally because, well, they're usually not that good. They're so pointless most of the time, but honestly, on hard mode, I may have to reconsider the value of some of these potions. Well, see when this poison wears off. And this boar just destroys my shield so fast. I was gonna say, this is probably the most effective round of combat I've had yet. What's with the explosion at the end there? Like, that, what the heck? I destroyed the boar, but I nearly got destroyed myself by a random explosion of fire from the sky. Aha, the last one we need, and then I can finish this quest, which should not be this difficult. Except for the fact that I'm on hard mode, of course, but... I have never once struggled killing 6 random boars in Archit of all places. You know, just over here waiting for my health to return. Oh, there it goes finally, so... Every single battle with one of these boars is one of the most intense things I've ever done in gaming history. You know what? Let me go back, because it's possible, you know, maybe if this quest levels me up, you know, that would be nice. Since a lot of these are kind of yellow-orange range, so probably should not be attempting them until I level up anyways. Hey, you. It took me forever to kill those boars, so you had better be grateful.
Ah, you've taken care of the poor, blighted creatures. Every boar that has caught the foul plague will in the end have to be destroyed, but the few you've dealt with will slow the spread of the plague. Thank you.
Are any of these items usable by myself? Apparently this knife is. Is that better than what I have? Slightly, I guess. Aha! Level up. Nice. Excuse me, I thought I said no to this quest off screen before I started the gameplay, but... That's one thing that, you know, every time you level up, they're like, remember this quest you said no to? Why don't you say yes this time? It's not really that much of a bother, but, you know, pet peeves and all that. Now these quests are looking a lot more reasonable. Oh yeah, that's right, the spider quest, I just remember that. The map over here. I suppose, actually, you know what I'm gonna do? That guy mentioned his toolbox. I think I'm gonna go get the toolbox first, and then deal with the spider. Oh, yes, I got a... Probably not... oh, actually, that might be useful. It seems to reduce the damage, or increase the damage that I do. It's some sort of benefit, so, you know... Actually, I think I'm gonna leave it in that specific spot it defaulted to. Why is my horse called Little? I just noticed that. It's probably a dangerous spot to be changing things around, but this horse thing is kind of in my view. I like to have it down here somewhere, you know, nice and out of the way for the most part. There's the toolbox. The mad beast. I see it now with my own eyes. So can you move? Because, oh, I am definitely not fighting this guy. Excuse me. If only I was a burglar, then I could just sneak up and, you know, click on the item. What will it take to, like, trigger this guy? I feel like if I take even more steps closer to him, he'll be triggered. Like, you see this, like, yellow circle around him on the mini-map over here? This? I feel like if my character walks close enough to this circle, it'll trigger him. I don't know, that's just my current theory. Why is there another boar next to him, too? Like, just move. Please, just move. Would you have a life boar outside of standing next to this toolbox? What if I try to click on it from behind the tree? Maybe my character will detect it. 10,000 IQ move there. Genius. Thank you. Thank you for the applause. Is some enemy trying to attack me? Is it the mad boar? Is he out for revenge? It is. The mad boar is out for revenge. Like, he can't stand that I took his toolbox. Oh, I accidentally used a potion. Pretend I did not do that. Hello, builder error. You make a lot of errors in your job? Get it?
You have my things, Rockodara. Now Borin and I can get to work rebuilding this town. Take these coins for your trouble.
And also I'll take those rations I noticed in the reward. That could be useful. Running out of mushrooms over here already.
Will you give me a moment of your time, friend?
Supplies here in Archit are limited, and will certainly not suffice to repair the damage wrought upon the village. Now that I have my tools, I will be able to begin shoring the fences and repairing the buildings where I can. Archit will need more lumber if it is to recover completely from this attack. If you find yourself in Combe to the south, seek out Taylor Green and let him know that I will need another order of wood from the lumber yard. If you've not been there before, listen well. The Combe lumberyard can be found by following the road south. Pass through the gate toward Combe and follow the road east up the hill. It will bend softly to the northeast, south of the Chetwood. There, in a soft dip before the North Chetwood, you will find Taylor Green.
Well, thank you for the directions. I think I will just use the mini-map tracker to find that. I suppose it's spider time. Oh, these guys aren't actually enemies. They're yellow for some reason. Might be the only non-aggressive spiders in this entire game, possibly. I don't know. Don't quote me on that. I'm just going from memory. Most spiders are usually not the friendliest in this game. Excuse me? I really don't have time for this. I did not realize some of these were actually aggressive. I should have been paying more attention to my mini-map. Leave me alone, please. What did I ever do to you? Oh, it went away, thank goodness. Now I'm going to be a lot more careful with where I step. Avoiding these ambusher ones, obviously. Those ones are not nice. It's funny how far some stealthy moves can get you in some places in this game. Excuse me. Let me just use the old get close enough to click on them technique. What's this?
You search Bally's corpse and find a journal with several pages missing. The journal text reads, I would not believe it, but the spiders have pushed the cave mouth clear. I have entered the cave, and the spiders reacted to me instantly, as if drawn to me. I am unsure why. I spent my day carefully searching near the entrance only, and found several corpses bound into cocoons. These spiders seem to wrap everything up in their cocoons. I will write more tomorrow when I go further into the cave. Perhaps it would be best to enter the cave to see if you can find the rest of the journal pages before returning to Otley.
Yeah, because, you know, no quest in this game is ever that easy. Walk over, click on thing, go back. Well, okay, there's a few quests that are that easy in this game, but not this one, of course. Spiders. And I'm pretty certain all the spiders in here are aggressive ones. Well, can't wait to not make it very far before I rest in peace. I know there's a thing over there, but I'm pretty certain that this cave loops back around, so I might as well get that one later. Hold up. Wait, let me try my new move. Maybe this will make things easier, because it said something about damage increase or reduction or something like that. It seemed like it made maybe a little bit of a difference. Well, my increased level is probably also helping too, so... Spider Slayer. And there's a lot of Slayer deeds in this game. Killing lots of enemies and all that. Man, I'm basically gonna have to wait for this, like, shield skill to reload every single combat, because I desperately need it to defeat literally any enemy. No! Yes, go away, please. Don't creep up on me like that. What do you think you are? Spider? Oh. I hate it when two of them are standing next to each other. There's always such a risk of accidentally, like, drawing the attention of one you don't want. Please. Can you just... Wait. He's just getting closer. That's worse. It's literally worse. Why did he walk to the side and then go back to where he was? Wait, here comes that other one. I should get rid of him first. He's obviously a bigger threat. Because he wanders. No, not the square of death. Oh, shield. Shield me, please. I don't think I've ever been so focused on what skills I'm using and when. Oh, please, just die. Oh, thank goodness he died. And he didn't explode into a ball of fire when he died, too. That's good. What am I gonna do? Like, I literally don't know what to do. I've never needed a stealth skill more in my life. What does this rations do? Does that help me? Wait, is he far away enough? I still feel like I'm gonna attract both of them if I do it now. Maybe I should try doing this. What did the mushrooms give me again? It was like +2 agility. That'd be helpful if I was a hunter, because agility boosts your strength. It's not really helpful as a champion, though. Okay, it's probably not... wait. He went way over there, and I should have shouted. I'm an idiot. Wait. He's going my way. Now's my opportunity. By my health, I'm missing like 10 health points. Uh-oh. Bad idea. And this guy's come back. Wait, maybe if I just run into the cave. Surely there's a safe area around here somewhere. Hello? Safe area? This doesn't look safe. Help. Save me. I'm being mobbed. This is a travesty. Well, what do you know? If I revive here, I will be instantly killed by these guys. Why not? Quickly, off to the side. Wait, hold up. Oh my... Why? Just go away. Go away. Why can't these guys just go away? Stop bothering me. Why are you so mean? Why is he not dead yet? Thank goodness he died. I'm kind of safe in this corner. Kind of. Hold up. Did I lose my, like, healing benefit, or is it still active? I think I lost my healing benefit, so I should... You know, maybe I should try the mushrooms again. That might be more useful somehow. I don't know how, but it might be. Why not? Am I right? I hope there's no cocoons in that direction, because... will this guy come on his own if I shout? I'm terrified that the guy next to him will be summoned. I knew it. It's probably a fool's errand to try and run away. There's like... They've perfectly spaced out the spiders so that if you start running, another one will appear. Ah, look, see? Of course, I walked right into a dead end. Typical. There goes one of them, but I did not make it nearly far enough to escape them all. If they get one more hit on me, I'm already dead. Well, I'm dead. There, I told you. This is why I did not want to do the spider quest. This may be a certified impossible quest. Right at the beginning of the game, on level, so, you know, what do you know? Let's see. Wrong one again. I keep pressing the wrong buttons. Let me just, you know, not focus on that for now, so, press the right button, please. Why am I so incompetent sometimes? Well, maybe it's time I departed from Archit and head to Combe, where these other quests are sending me. The night sky. Kind of wish it was day. The night sky just makes me more intimidating. What the heck was that bear doing climbing over the fence? I am worried for certain story quests in the future. If I can struggle to even get through a spider cave. I mean, the good news is I'll have more skills in the future. I'm very, like, I am, like, starving for good skills right now. Good old Combe. There's a lot more quests here, but there'll probably be harder quests. Although I know there's a lot of, like, kind of just talk to people style quests around here too, so.
What can I do for you?
I guess here's the first stable master of the game, you know, basically just, you know, fast travel system. Although, the thing to note is that most swift travel options in the game will not be available unless you have access to swift travel. To my knowledge, I don't know if they've changed that. But if you get like a 1-month membership, even if you like cancel it, you know, then you'll have permanent access to all swift travel in future. So I really recommend getting a membership for like 1 month in this game. Or subscription, you know what I mean. Why don't we talk to this nice, lovely lady here. I'm sorry, my mind is miles away. I didn't see you there. Did you help fight off the brigands? My dad, did he... Gale chokes back a sob. During the Blackwolves' raid on Archit, someone broke into our house and stole many of our things. I don't care about most of them, but they took my dad's favorite fishing pole. I don't care if I ever get anything else back, but he wouldn't have wanted some filthy brigands to have it. Now that I've moved here to Combe, I've been meaning to ask Constable Rin if she could track down the fishing pole for me. Could you ask her if she has any idea where it might have been taken? She'll be at the guardhouse on the hill east of Combe. Well, that's a sad story. I'll see what I can do about that.
Pardon me, do you think it could take up some of your time? I haven't had any word o' Miss son Koval since the brigands' nonsense began. I'm mighty scared that he might have been caught up in some trouble. We lived in Archit till recently, but we had an argument. I'm sure you know how the boys are. And Koval left all in a huff. He said he would make his way down in Combe, and that's the last I heard of him. Now that I've been to Combe, I hear he's gone east. If you don't mind, could you talk to Constable Rin for me? She watches the road east out of Combe, and maybe she's seen Koval pass.
Another message for Constable Rin, I guess. She must have a busy job here in Combe with all the people asking her about stuff. You know, I was just thinking, I should set my milestone skill to here, you know, in case I need to teleport quickly back. Because I probably won't be going back to Archit much. Since I did most of the, you know, plausibly completable quests. Aha, the story quest.
Oh my! Look, a real live hero! It's not often we get such respectable folk through here. My, how my tongue runs on. Toriden told me to send you upstairs to his room as soon as you arrived. The stairs are across the room there, and Toriden's at the door at the end of the hall. He said you shouldn't delay none.
It's a long stairway from like one room. Like one of the most inefficient inns I've ever seen. Aha. The Ranger.
The hero of Archit, I suppose. I'm pleased to finally meet you. I'm sorry for the cryptic summons, but I dared not betray my whereabouts to just anyone. There is much we need to discuss. Will you hear me out? Thank you for your aid, Rokotara. My kindred and I were driven from the bounds of the Shire by the Nazgul of Mordor. They pursued us eastward and slew many of us. It was my goal to join Omdir, but I have heard rumor of his fate in Archit. They say he was stabbed with a Morgul knife and led off by some evil men, the ones who lent the Blackwolves aid. There are few left now with power over such wounds, and those that I know of dwell some distance from here. We must find Omdir, and quickly if we are to save him. He is likely being held by the Blackwolves somewhere in the Chetwood. We must find a way to enter their lair and free him. But first, we must find them. Speak with Constable Underhill. He may be of help. You can usually find him outside, near the comb and wattle. Once you have learned of the Blackwolves' lair, and believe you can gain entry, return to me. Hurry, before it is too late.
Back down these steps we go. Oh. Apparently I'm not very good at navigating doorways that are tight. Aha, Constable Underhill, right where I expected him to be, because I've definitely never played this game before and know where early game characters like him would be standing.
Toriden sent you, did he? It's good to have the hero of Archit on our side.
The Hobbit lowers his voice.
There's still a Blackworld agent in town. We think he's trying to rebuild the band from among the local ruffians and bullies. We need proof, though. Letter or parchment would do, if it came from the agent himself. Many of the brigands hole up in the Chetwood. Follow the road east until you come to the guardhouse, where Constable Rin is stationed. From there, head north and look for the brigands. Watch fires scattered throughout the wood. Search their packs for signs of their summons. Let me know right away if you find anything. We need to know what they're up to.
Well, I'll go do that. Thank you. Another constable. I really need a lot of constables in this area, apparently. Well, I guess with all the brigands and all, it kind of makes sense. Oh, this guy got not one, but 2 quests.
After the initial raids, when the folk began fleeing the villages like Archit and Staddle, the Blackwoods found they could no longer rely upon the raids to summon themselves. They seized Old Bauman's farm and began tilling the soil, though badly and without care for the land. The brigands at the farm must be under the supervision of some Blackwood leader, else they would fall to laziness.
If you could confront the Blackwood's leader at the farm, you might be able to recover some of the valuables they have stolen. Old Bauman's farm is deep in the Chetwood, at the end of the eastward path. I would deeply appreciate it if you could at least try. There are many folk who would benefit from the recovery of his treasure. So, I see how it is. You're in it for the money, aren't you? The Blackwood brigands are on the run. No question about it. They're trying to regroup at the camps throughout the Chetwood, but they've suffered a real defeat in Archet. The brigands fled their old encampment up by Archet carrying a large lockbox, which they've brought to one of their smaller camps in the Chetwood, northeast of Combe. If we can get our hands on that lockbox, its contents could be used to help those who lost property to the Blackwoods.
I like money.
There are a number of watchfires along the road, so you'll need to find the right one. Well, okay, Mr. I'm only in it for the money. I'll try anyways. You know, if there's maybe a share of the money for me too. Shh, don't tell anyone. A lot of quests around here.
Me old dad was a robber some years back, and he got his hands on a good deal of riches, as I hear it. Constable caught him, but after he was hanged, me dad told me where he buried his loot. I never needed it afore now, so I was content to let it stay buried. But I figure it's time to get my hands on wealth enough to keep you warm and shod, as me dear old dad called it. Can you take this pickaxe and dig the treasure up? Just take the road east from Combe to Constable Ryn's post up by the guardhouse. Climb over the hill on the right and walk down to the river bank, where the hanging tree grows. It'll have an X carved into it. You'll be helping me make a new start of things, and you'll have me everlasting thanks.
Wow, this guy really is stupid, isn't he? Giving me a pickaxe, telling me exactly where to go to dig up all his family riches? You just trust anybody? How's he know I'm not gonna walk off with all the riches myself, eh?
All of the gold is mine.
Could buy a lot better gear than what I currently have with his money, I'm sure. But I would never do that. I'm too pure and heroic. Ah, yes, the craft hall, which I was told about.
My brother sent you, eh? As well as he should. The business up at Archet is unfortunate, but it serves to remind us of the importance of skilled craftsmen. It will take a great deal of labor to rebuild Archet and supply the people of Breland with everything they need to prosper. The Mistress of Apprentices to my left can help you choose a vocation in which to specialize. A vocation is a bundle of 3 crafting professions with overlapping skills. Choose your vocation with care, because you will expend a great deal of time and energy into improving your skill with the professions under its purview. Once the Mistress of Apprentices has welcomed you to your chosen vocation, be sure to speak with the provisioner within the craft hall. She can sell you the tools of your trade. Every profession has its own, so be not overshy with your coin purse. The novices will be happy to sell you any recipes you might wish to have, though I can tell you now that you will already know how to make a thing or two. Equip the crafting tools you plan on using, and find an appropriate facility. The craft hall has a forge, workbench, and oven available for your use. And begin practicing your skills. You will advance in your chosen profession as you practice and seek out the teachings of others in the field. I hope you will become a skilled craftsman, Rakotara, and that it will bring profit to you and to the Breland. What's funny is, I don't even have to choose a crafting thing to, finish that quest, so see ya, Chuck. No, I'm joking. I'm probably gonna actually pick a crafting thing. Whether or not I actually do any crafting is a different story, but I might as well at least pick one that might be useful, possibly.
You must be Rakotara. I've been awaiting your arrival, and I'm very excited to see that our letter found you well. I am Jill Brushwood, and I am pleased to make your acquaintance. I am here to help you through the very first stages of learning a craft. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me. I feel like metalsmith is probably the most useful for me personally to learn, because it should allow me to gather ores and make armors, and I think making armor will probably be the most useful benefit overall to me in the long run, without having to rely on buying materials and other stuff. Metalsmithy is a goal worth pursuing, and there are many fine metalsmiths here in Combe. She smiles. I have secured the time and teaching of Bill Digweed, a novice metalsmith, but a fine student who is quickly refining his art, to teach all those who are looking to set out as metalsmiths. He can be found near the forge here in the craft hall in Combe. Hello, Bill.
Hello there. I hear you're interested in learning the ways of a metalsmith. If so, you have come to the right place. I will try not to move too quickly for you, but if I do, speak with me again to ask me more pointed questions. I almost forgot. The most important thing for every new metalsmith.
Always remember to be iconic.
Ingredients. Everything you need to make a bronze helm is inside this crate.
Well, let's see. Oh yeah, it just occurred to me. They changed the way crafting works now. You pick the 3 ones separately. It used to be that you picked a certain, like, category, and it would give you 3 specific ones, but now you can actually choose. This kind of changes everything, because I can choose armor, weapons, and prospecting, which should give me all the materials I would need to make all the categories without ever needing to rely on anyone else. Thank you, Lotro team. I believe this is what I'm supposed to make, though, for this specific quest. As you can see, crafting is the kind of thing that can take some time, so if I do end up crafting in the future, I probably won't keep all this stuff in. In fact, I don't know if I'll really bother voicing most of this. Maybe I'll finish this one, and then, you know, after that I'll probably, you know, get back to the main quest. So, anyways.
Let me see what you've done. He examines the helm closely. This is good work. No thin spots in the metal, and it appears to be shaped accordingly. I think that this is a very good effort, and proves you are prepared to continue your work towards becoming a master metalsmith.
Well, lovely, I suppose. So, be right back, I guess, after I, you know, learn the rest of the crafting things that are probably not very interesting to watch from this point onwards, but yeah, crafting. It's a thing.
3 weeks later.
And now we are back to the, you know, actual main quests. As you can see, I picked Weaponsmith and Prospector for my 2 other crafting things, as I said I would. And I also got this skill down here, Track Mines, which makes stuff like this on the mini-map up here, showing you where, like, crafting materials can be collected. I have heard that many of the Blackwood brigands, after looting Archet, fled into the Chetwood. It seems that the Blackwood leaders are angry. They feel that the raid might have been more successful if their followers had been less focused on filling their pockets and more on acting together. The main encampment is east, down the road, and then deep into the northern woods. I suspect that many of the Blackwoods can be found within that camp. Maybe if you search that area, you might find Gale's lost fishing pole. Looking for Coville Woodwright, are you? I've heard something about the boy, but I can't say his mother is going to like it. He's joined up with the Blackwoods. He hadn't been in Combe for a long time when they took him either. He tried finding work around town, but he didn't have the stamina for hard labor. If you can talk to him, you might convince him to give up his new line of work, but I doubt it. I'd wager you'll find him east of Combe, in the Chetwood. Just follow the path from the lumber camp northeast. You're sure to come across a Blackwood camp or 2 up there. See, here's the crafting materials I was referring to. One thing that's nice, too, is you don't actually have to be dismounted to collect them. You can also collect them while you're still on a horse. It just won't play the little digging animation, which is, you know, sad, but, you know, it's so much more efficient to do it this way. Oh, but don't move. Oh yeah, I forgot you can level up from doing these quests. I'm always wary to not over-level the quest, you know, and break my promise of sorts to always stay on level. Man, I'm just a mess trying to figure out all this stuff. But I should equip my crafting stuff now, which is, like, significantly better than the stuff I had previously. I'm now high enough level to get a virtue, I noticed. And here, there's tons of abilities that will give you boosted stats. And you can only have 5 of them active. And you have to level them up to get the highest available stat bonus. So you really have to really think about what you want ahead of time. Which is why I will probably cut back to after I've made the decision on which of these I actually want. I've decided that I'm going to go with empathy for my first one, since it has a lot of really useful, like, defensive bonuses. I also just remember this trait tree panel exists, and I unlocked another skill, which is not from the primary skill tree I was on, but it could be very useful, so why not? Hopefully my life should be a bit easier now. Now let's find this tree with all the buried treasure and steal it for ourselves. Wait, did I say that out loud? I mean, generously bring the man who is way too overtrusting his treasure. It'd be nice if there was actually an X on the tree. But it doesn't appear that there is, so I guess I'll just dig. Looks like there is nothing here. Looks like Mr. Trustworthy isn't going to get his stuff after all. Hey, Mr. Trustworthy. The tree and the treasure, they weren't there.
What? They chopped down the hanging tree? And you dug out all the trees with the axe? This is terrible.
No. This is bad. This is very, very bad. This is really bad.
How will I ever find me dad's buried treasure now? Maybe the woodcutters at the lumber camp east of here remember which tree was the hanging tree, Rokotara. You've got to have a word with Mason Thorne, the man in charge there. He just has to remember which of those stumps used to be the hanging tree. He just has to. The lumber camp is along the road, north of the big house. Please, I need that money to make a new start for myself.
Well, that will do it for this particular video, since my recording has been going for quite a while now. I'd really like to thank anyone who's been following these videos up to this point so far. You mean a lot to me. I didn't think that even the videos I've published so far would even get as many views as they've gotten. And it'd also be really cool if you subscribe to my main channel, just called Rockotar, without the gaming bit at the end, where I do like movie reviews and stuff like that if you're interested. I'm also on a bunch of other social media platforms if you want to keep up with me outside of just YouTube. But most importantly of all, always remember to be iconic.